For those of you that have seen those videos called Keeping Up with Johnny that we posted a couple of months ago, this is where Johnny is now. How long ago did you start your locks, Johnny? About what? About five, four, no, like 6 months ago now? Yeah, six. And so now this is the growth that Johnny has in 6 months. He started out with about that much, right?
Yeah, it was small.
Yeah, it was short. Yeah, real short. But he got about this much hair now. And the reason I'm showing his hair undone is because this is his fourth week of a maintenance. This is what his scalp looks like, how the hair has grown into place, and how it's still twisted, how he hasn't come in for any kind of manipulation, but he does tie it up nightly. Now that's what makes the difference. Making sure that the hair products that you are using offer a proper hold, offer certain things, like you can still see a nice soft shine in here. Also, I'm sure if not, you can spray the hair twice a week. If he is, that's cool. If he's not, you still have a nice soft natural shine, which makes everything also good too. You can still see the scalp, and there is no level of psoriasis, buildup, flakes, none of that. The hair is not at ropes end, it's no tension, no nothing. Everything still moves. And I'm not sure if a lot of guys even want this, but the locks will still blow in the wind. Whenever the wind will blow, the hair will move as it naturally would do so. That's a level of healthy hair. Now, this is just again a 6 month time period in which we started these locks. He is fully locked up at this point, and you can see all the way down from the top to the bottom. Again, I can't lie, he did not start with a head full of hair. He started with a small, minute twist, just like everybody else. And if you want, you can go find those videos called Keeping Up with Johnny, and you will see how the hair was at those times. And that was even for second and third retwist. So this is him. We started these locks on November 2nd. And we did the full lock test to see if he was locked or if he was still budding. And he is fully intact locked. I cannot take the comb out to any level. I'm sure I'm hurting him. I'm so sorry. But I wanted to show you guys really quickly that what my method does is use the hair and the element of the curl pattern without any oils, without any buildups, without any of those extra philosophies. You gotta nip and tuck this way, you gotta do all of that. We basically twisted the hair. He came in every visit, got a shampoo. He asked me today why didn't I use the dry shampoo, and I told him why, that it did not work. I did not understand why it was even made. But at the same time, we gave him a shampoo every single time and a conditioner every single time, which did not strip him of anything. He has been moisturized, hair is healthy, hair is growing, scalp looks amazing, and hasn't lost on any level. So from November 2nd till January now, which will be 2.5 months, going on 3, we've locked him. 3 visits, made it happen. Every 3 to 4 weeks, just using the locking curl. He wraps his hair up at night, and he also even has some issues in the back where the scarf sometimes comes off, but those locks are still intact. Alright, YouTube, this is St. Martin from Under the Dryer, and you can see here, this is again November 2nd. I'll give him a back view. Started all the way out. That's what I'm talking about. Started all the way from November 2nd, fully locked up now. And all we did was the same process. Again, lock and curl, put under the dryer, light solutions, nothing heavy, nothing over the top is not needed. Make sure that hair is moisturized. I'm going to say it again. I wish I could speak Spanish, French, and Portuguese when I say it. Moisturization is important. You can do all that you want, get this hair to start tangling if you want to. If it is not moisturized, the process is going to end just as quick as it began. For those that were asking me, can you start from relaxer? You can definitely start from a relaxer, but I'm going to show you one of the causes and effects of that. Because the two different hair textures because the two have now two different hair textures, what's going to happen at this point is this. You will see how some of the ends will be really straight because of what the relaxer does. In this process, it takes away some of the enamel bonds and keratin bonds, in which relaxes the hair out, hence the name relaxer. But as the natural hair grows in, it grows in a thicker, more natural state, and so you have a different effect. You have more of a thicker hair, as you can see here, versus the thinner hairs that the relaxer brings out. So any hair will lock, but you have to be careful with how you lock it and what you're using. Just throwing in certain products aren't going to work, and just putting in any kind of hair, especially if the hair is damaged, if it's unhealthy, if it's unstable, if it has a nutrients imbalance, or different things like that, is not going to give you the same effect always down the line. So you want to be knowledgeable on that, especially stylists rendering service to a customer. You want to be able to keep that customer in 100% satisfaction mode, or the customer may not understand what's going on. They will begin to shift from chair to chair. If you're not giving a definite explanation of what you're doing, they don't feel comfortable, they don't feel satisfied, and they don't feel like you understand what you're supposed to be doing. But they do understand you took their money. They understand that much. And so as a professional cosmetologist, you just are one in town, want to learn what's best, and sitting someone down says, okay, give me that money, and having that attitude isn't going to take you as far as you want to. Also having what I've thought of as a one-track mind to certain things. You just want to learn this part of it, or you're going to just understand that part of it and not really get the full 100% education of it. It's not going to bring you to a place where you need to be either. You won't come out being beneficial for yourself, just shortcutting it and doing different things that you want to do. So go ahead and make that process beneficial for you and everybody else, and go ahead and process what's necessary and do what you have to do. In this hair, we always talk about before, we shampoo, we cleanse every 3 weeks to make sure that we do the proper maintenance. You don't want to do too much twisting to the hair, or do just pulling, snatching, or too many things to the scalp. All the hair will fall out. It's just fabric. So associating a good balance, a good regimen according to your lifestyle will always be a positive level of hairstyling, locking, or whatever you choose to do, versus just throwing something out there.